few things to update you guys on, but I think I'm gonna pop down to Sainsbury's real quick and then come back, and then I can sit and update you properly. But I think my hair's all right just to pop out. Last one, I got 20 pounds. This one, unfortunately, not a winner. So I just got back from Sainsbury's. It is like that really misty kind of rain outside. I took an umbrella, but I didn't bother putting it up. So I just had some cereal. Well, I just got some cereal, sorry. I'm just letting that soak in because I had my juice this morning when the mister left, and now I'm officially hungry, so it is time for breakfast. I basically made the executive decision to continue with my 6 weeks of sick leave, even though I'm not being paid for it because I'm not technically working anywhere at the moment, if that makes sense. So this is like what it looks like now. It's just because like it's new skin under there, it's kind of really tender, if that makes sense, or sensitive. So if I bump it on anything or whatever, yeah. And my thumb and that, like when I'm typing, this is where I rest my hand when I'm typing here, which is inconvenient. So when I'm typing, I rest this hand and I type with this hand like up here, which is not great. And I thought, given that the new job is basically, you know, admin, typing, answering phones and things like that, it wouldn't be, it would be more beneficial to, and for my like peace of mind as well, to have the 6 weeks. So then I go, okay, that's what the doctor's recommended, 6 weeks, and then it's fine. I'll go back and I'll be careful, but at least I won't be going back early, if that makes sense to you at all. So yeah, I spoke to my new work about that. They were really good. They've been really good this whole time. And yeah, so now I'm starting on the 9th of August. This will go out. I will have started work by the time this goes out. So the other thing I have to do today is work out my finances because I haven't paid my universal credit and my last pay from Sainsbury's. Also with the apartment, because of the new tenant, we had to refund the deposits. So my deposit was refunded as well. So when the new tenant pays their deposit, we both pay it in together at the same time. So I'm just working that out so I make sure I have enough in my account. I do still have savings left, but I don't really want to use it unless I have to. I want to pay off my credit card again because I keep using it for groceries and stuff, and I shouldn't. So I need to work that out because I want to make sure I have all the bills and everything covered this month because I'm still alone this month until the 26th of August. And then, yeah, so that's basically what I'm going to sit and do now is sort that out. This is basically what I do for my monthly expenses, and I just update it whenever, say, I get a new phone contract, or like at the moment we've just upgraded our EE broadband and I had to get a new phone, so I've updated the price here and here. And then so everything in green is to do with the house, and it's the full amount. So the full amount of Thames Water, SSE, council tax, broadband, and everything like that. The one in pink is when I have a housemate and I only have to pay half of that. So at the moment, I'm going off the full amount for everything. Everything in blue is my expenses, but so I put these in light blue because now on my mobile bill, I also am paying for my Microsoft Office and Disney Plus. And then I've been trying to figure out the dates that it's coming out so I can see if I can try and get everything around the start of the month if possible. I'm just going to wait and see. I think they said when I get paid is the last working day of each month. I think that's what she said. I have to double check, but that's fine because then everything can come out on the 1st. I just need to update these kind of direct debits so that they can all come out like when they're meant to. So the other thing I've done, so at the moment, I'm still getting universal credit. So I put here, this is my full entitlement, although I don't get that much because I was at Sainsbury's. I don't know what my monthly salary is going to be for my job, so I haven't been able to put that in yet. But then I also broke it down so I know that between the 1st and the 5th, I have to have 1,070 and 59p in my account to cover all the outgoings. And then from the 15th to the 28th, I have to have 81.52. That way I don't go overdrawn. At the moment, because we're having the new tenant come in, they had to refund my deposit along with the old tenant's deposit. So I have that sat in my account as well. So at the moment I have more money than I usually would. So I have $2,730. So I'm just trying to figure out, I need to make sure I have enough money in my account for the bills, to put the deposit back and everything like that. But then to see how much money I have left over for things like groceries or going out, because I have a little bit of savings left. It's not like a lot, but the less that I can take out of my savings, the better. Okay, so like I said, this column here at the bottom in red shows my total outgoings for all of my bills and everything when I'm covering the whole rent and the bills. So this is what I'm going off for August, because my housemate isn't moving in until the end of August. So I still have to cover everything this month. Council tax isn't actually that month, so I should have about 20 extra pounds to spare. So what I'm going to do is just minus off the amount that's in my account, and then I'm going to take out the deposit so that I know not to spend that. And then I'm going to take out, this is not going to leave that much, the total bills and everything for this month. Right, so that leaves me with £10.53, plus let's say 20, because the council tax isn't much. So I have £30.53 to use for groceries and everything this month if I don't want to use my savings, which sounds kind of sucky. But I also do need to pay off my credit card. Like I said, I think I said it's only $450, but obviously I haven't used that full amount. So I will unfortunately have to take money out of my savings to pay off the credit card and to just keep me comfortable for August, so that I don't feel like I'm just broke the entire month, because I'm not going to get paid again until the end of August. Let me just tell you, the main idea of this is that this is going to work differently for everyone. This way of budgeting and keeping an eye on my finances, it works for me. Some people don't need to. Some people just have disposable incomes. Some people get paid so well that they just don't need to check. They have so much money that each payday comes around. Like I used to get paid weekly. Was it weekly or fortnightly? I can't remember now. I think it might have been fortnightly when I was working in Australia, and we were getting paid so much and going out like Fridays and Saturdays every week. And we never ran out of money before the next payday, or we didn't bother because we knew we were going to get paid in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? It wasn't ever a hassle. Even when I was studying in Australia and I was on student benefits, I was never struggling there. I had money to put petrol in my car, to drive up and see my nan, to buy groceries and things like that. I didn't have money to go out, but I didn't want to go out. So that's fine. Like I wasn't going out for dinners and I wasn't going out drinking and clubbing and stuff anymore, but that was a sacrifice I was willing to make. Now, at my life at 35, I'm not willing to sacrifice a work-life balance, especially after everything the pandemic has taught us, and having that lockdown time, and where my relationship is at the moment. I think date nights are really important. I think sometimes it's nice to be able to get an Uber Eats so you don't have to cook and sit at home and watch a nice movie, to go out for dinner, to go to the movies now that you can do all this stuff. I think that's really nice, and I think it's really important to do it, because sometimes here in the UK, the national minimum wage, I think, is around, it's either somewhere between $8.50 and $9.50. I can't remember how much it is now, but it's very low compared to Australia. I don't even know what it is in Australia, but it has to be like 20 something by now, because I'm sure it was like 17 when I was working there a gazillion years ago. But yeah, sometimes in the UK, especially the closer you live to London, you can feel like you struggle a lot. When I was working in Kingston, I was literally broke before payday every month, and it was just such a struggle, and I was starting to get really frustrated. I've been really lucky for the last 10 months to be able to work part-time at Sainsbury's and still receive universal credit. We've literally been living the life. We've been able to have nice food. We've been able to go out a few times to do some things, and it's just been fantastic. But unfortunately, because of my hands and everything, I can't stay working at Sainsbury's. and Universal Credit is not going to pay me forever. So when I got this new job and I saw what the salary was, I was like, yes, this is fantastic. Let's take it. However, I then went and did all the calculations, everything, and realized that even with this fantastic new salary, I couldn't afford all the rent and bills by myself here. So we decided to get a housemate. You have to make the sacrifices that work for you. So me not going out in Australia in the beginning when I was on student benefits, that was a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Right now, I am not willing to move anywhere else or back into a share house because I'm not willing to sacrifice my space and freedom. For that, I'll sacrifice other things. So I won't go out for drinks, or we won't go out for dinner all the time, or we won't do whatever, just so that I can have my own space in this apartment. So I have an ensuite with my own bathroom, and I just feel comfortable. I mean, that alone is just wealth in itself, basically. So by doing this with my monthly expenses and everything, and it will get a little bit more simplified once I know what my monthly salary is at work, and once I set up all the direct debits so they're all coming out on the 1st of each month as well. It'll be a little bit more, like, it'll be easier to read. It'll be a lot more simple. It'll make a lot more sense. Then I'll be able to look at it and be like, cool, everything's coming out on the 1st. So I know from the 2nd, whatever's left, I either save it or I spend it. Up until having Universal Credit and Sainsbury's, I wasn't able to save a penny. Even given the job titles of assistant front office manager and everything, I wasn't able to save a penny. If other people could, like, good for them, but I don't know how they did it. So I have to be able to be free, to live my life, to go about my business. I can't be restricted. As soon as I get restricted, I start to get like depressed and just annoyed and frustrated with my life, and I want to make changes, and I just feel like a caged animal that wants to like break out. So this is why I do monthly expenses. But yeah, I thought I would share it with you guys. It's not obviously to everyone. Everyone does it differently. Everyone has different priorities, different things they're savings for. Some people have multiple savings accounts. Some people have savings for travel, and savings for a new house, and savings for this and that. And they have different accounts that they put it in. But anyways, I just thought I would share it with you guys. So I hope you found it interesting. I hope it's, I don't know, this video is a bit different to any video I've ever done, but I thought I would just go over it with you because it's another part of the process of the new job and the new changes, everything like that, and getting myself sorted and resituated. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, give it a big thumbs up, and hit the notification bell so you get notified of more amazing vlogs like this. And I will speak to you next time. Bye, guys.